Hi, and welcome to my LinkedIn soapbox for property and real estate investors, and everything to do with how to get better results, more wealth from LinkedIn, and everything success related. Um, you, as property and real estate investors, and actually any business right now in the middle of COVID in 2020, are in the fastest moving industry in the world. By the end of this 10-15 minute video, I'm going to show you the two key things you can do to keep up to speed and succeed even more in your property investing, real estate investing, and other businesses. In fact, these are two of the main principles I use in my own investing, and I coach all my clients to focus on. But before we jump in, hit the subscribe button on my channel. I'm publishing videos each week, so you can keep up to notice. I can let you know what else is being published, because I'm getting so much interaction from people right now, not just property investors and real investors. There's been such a massive change, as you know, in the world, and especially in how we've got to communicate to grow our businesses. So hit subscribe, and anything you want to know, let alone anything you want to know about LinkedIn or property investing or business structure in general, anything about anything, just comment in the boxes below. I will personally answer every comment that you put in there. And you need to connect with me on LinkedIn as well. I have 20,000 connections. You can imagine a lot of those are property related around the world. I've just this morning spoken at a European conference of IFAs, financial advisors, as the only non-industry speaker. And I've just connected and doing work with IFAs. Guess what? They're working with people that are in the property industry as well. So hit subscribe and connect with me on LinkedIn. Two, I've called it my soapbox because there is so much going on, and I'm just passionate about helping people get better results, because so many people just limit themselves. Key number one, general principle number one is, if I say keep an open mind, some of you are already going, well, yeah, I know that. I've been told that. That's my point. I call it the I know mentality. So many people will immediately close their mind to what's going on. Just this week, I've had a property investor who said, I can't get cash investors. I don't have enough connections on LinkedIn. If you focus on what you can't do, guess what's going to happen? I remember speaking at a property meeting, and a lady said, oh, you can't find below market value deals in London. I stood on stage and said, before I start, who has got a BMV deal in London before now? And a load of hands went up and said, go figure, lady. You've got to keep an open mind. People without thinking will think things are too good to be true. What if they're good enough to be true? So much has changed. So much has changed in what we're doing. We have two unique things on LinkedIn that no one else has, that allows you to get to loads of people consistently. Also, I've got a unique process for getting your posts thousands of views instantly. There's previous videos here explaining that. And I had a lady again just yesterday say, oh yeah, well, I've got a network group and we're doing something similar. And I looked at her post and she's getting next to nothing in the way of engagement. So I messaged her back and said, you might be, but I'm struggling to understand in which case why your posts are getting no views, no likes, no comments, no engagement. If you're open-minded to looking at things in a different way, I'm happy to speak with you to see how I can help. Because it's just bonkers when people say, I can't, there isn't. You've got to keep an open mind, not just on what you can do with LinkedIn and marketing. Things have changed massively now. But in property, I'm sat here in Spain, so if you see me swatting flies, because 2 years ago, I got offered this house 50% below market value through somebody I knew through LinkedIn. And we're going to come on to the next principle as to how I believe we secured it. And I get people saying, you can't possibly buy houses that cheap. I sold my own house that we lived in before we moved down here from the UK twice in 3 years. Once on a purchase lease option. Unfortunately, things changed dramatically for the buyers. And 3 years later, they handed it back to me and sold it again on the open market. People go, how come? You've got to keep an open mind. And you're in an industry where so much is possible, but so much is moving fast and new. If you're closed-minded, things will pass you by. Not just the fact. I heard a great quote today. Somebody had said, a big industrial leader once got asked, how did your business fail? And he said, to begin with, slowly, then quickly. Think about it. So you've got to keep an open mind. Lose the I know. I can't work with any coaching client that is full of I know. I know this doesn't work for me. I know this doesn't work in my geography. No, it doesn't work for me without money. I get a lot of people in financial services. You can imagine mortgage brokers. I get people going, that LinkedIn doesn't work for me because of the UK FCA regs. Nah. Stop the it doesn't work, keep an open mind. Soapbox rant number one. Soapbox number two is you've got to take massive action. Look at one of the previous videos of me talking about my formula for success. Massive action is one of them, even more so now, and especially in property. So I've got people, I've had 3 people in property in the last week coming to me saying, I've got to use LinkedIn. I know my marketplace is on there. But I know, and I need to do more activity because we're locked down and I need to use it. I said I got this place in Spain because of taking massive action. I got referred to a lady who unfortunately was ill in the UK, was inheriting it. That I rang her straight away. That night I drove down, 3-hour round trip, picked the keys up, got on the first plane possible to fly down to southern Spain to look at the place, came back, offered it, did a deal with her. And Mary, my partner, took over, and she said, and I said, I need a legal agreement. And Mary said, I'm dealing with this lady. She's ill. I've got the relationship. Trust me. We did it on a handshake. She got offered 20 grand more by 2 other people and said, no, I've done a deal with Andy and Mary. And it's like, it's good enough to be true. So but you've got to move fast. You've especially got to move fast in property. And you've got to take massive action. People have been on LinkedIn for years. I keep bringing it back to LinkedIn because I've got people now saying, I've got to find cash investors. I've got to find clients. I've got to find vendors. I've got to find my strategic partners and power team. And I'm going, yeah, why didn't you do it a long time ago? First thing you've got to do is get your profile right. You will see a link underneath to my online mastery, LinkedIn Mastery for Property Investors course. I had to take massive action at the beginning of lockdown because people weren't buying, but also people couldn't afford to buy. So you've not only got to just take action, you've probably got to do something different. And I put my 12-week coaching program that I've coached property investors through step by step for 10 years, put it all into an online course at a fraction of the price so that you've got it all and you can do it quickly. Instead of taking me through something, taking you through something maybe over 12 weeks, I've just had clients, property investors, call me within days of buying the program saying, I've done it. Can you help me with the next steps? So check that out. If you are not utilizing LinkedIn, you should be finding cash investors. I've just had a client who said the one thing you've done for me that you've taught me on LinkedIn, I've engaged with a connection I'd never thought of. I've had him for years. He's going to be my single biggest, by far, cash investor. I don't need to work with any other investors. It's just revolutionized my investing and the deals I can go and do, all because of something he did on LinkedIn. So take massive action. I had a guy message me, said, I've watched some of your videos. I need your online course. And I said, I admire the action. You've got to take action to get results. I trust that makes sense. Here's something new, because I also believe in the psychology that people, it's easy not to make decisions. We're wired not to make decisions in case we get something wrong or it costs us too much, or we make a mistake or we get burned. So for everybody that puts a comment in the comments below as to what you would like to see in my videos, what do you want to know about LinkedIn? What do you want to know about getting cash investors, getting deals? What do you want to know about generating more success in your property business? Tell me what you want me to cover, and I'll put everyone in a draw. And on the next video next week, not the one tomorrow, not the one, in fact, no, sorry, woo, can I say that? The next video, I will pull people out. So you've got 24 hours. And I will give one person the video section from my online mastery course on how to create a powerful headline on your profile, because that is one of the top 3 things that's most important in your profile. Because so many people, when they've got that right, and it's getting to grips with the psychology for you to get found and noticed, they have generated inbound inquiries from just making that one thing. But 99% of the people in the profiles I look at, their profiles are terrible. I will send you the video section and the crib sheets and notes and examples of some powerful headlines so you can work on your headline on your profile. I send you that from my LinkedIn Mastery for Property Investors, which you'll see on the link below, that's selling out there at £500. So subscribe here. Ask me anything you want to. Tell me what you want me to cover, and you'll go into that draw. And I'm going to get off my soapbox, and I'll see you on the next one.